Peace to the tribe. So we got some breaking news. Caroline Wanga steps down as CEO of Essence Ventures after health leave. So Caroline thought she was finna jolt off her way into our ethnic group. You cannot merge your culture into the Black American culture or our ethnic group. Delineation is here, and we ain't going for none of that. Black Americans, we have our own unique, rich culture. We are our own specific ethnic group. You cannot force us to merge cultures. It will never work. So Caroline, I wish you well, but you got to go.
So the CEO, the former CEO and president of Essence Festival, has stepped down from her position because of health purposes or health reasons or whatever, and they're trying to absolve her of the responsibility of the Essence Festival flopping. And I don't really think that that's how that works. If you want to be the president and CEO, or you accept the responsibility of being the president and CEO, you take that responsibility as well. And basically for the festival flopping, like, because you didn't have that same energy when you were talking about how the originals are here or whatever weird comment that she said that made everybody upset. You know what I'm saying? If you want to say things like that and assume position and responsibility, then you do just that. And that includes the Essence Festival flopping, right? You don't get to pick and choose when to accept responsibility. You can't accept responsibility when things are going good and everybody's making money and the rainbows and unicorns and all that other stuff, and then not take responsibility for when things go bad.
All right, so Caroline Wanga is out at Essence. She served as the president and CEO, but when everybody was talking about how bad Essence Fest was this year, she tried to separate herself from the event like she had nothing to do with it, when again, she's the president and CEO of the company. She took charge of Essence Fest back in 2020 after being on at Target forever. Her last role over there was DEI. So Caroline was really down for Target. And in my opinion, she made the Target Essence partnership stronger, which is also an issue raised this summer when their favorite Black female activist, Tamika Mallory, refused to attend Essence Fest because of Target's partnership. Tamika had been a part of Essence Fest for years, just like Target. The difference is Target had a multi-year, multi-million-dollar commitment. They gave them a lot of money. Tamika would just come there to promote herself for free. But Tamika was like, this year it was going to be her or Target. And of course, Essence didn't pull out their partnership that gave them millions. Nah, not over Tamika's temper tantrum, which also didn't help the bad publicity.
And so at some point, someone drops into a chat, oh, FYI, what are we going to do about Essence, Target at Essence? It was like automatically, Nikki, the pit of my stomach. I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. Like, I just knew off the bat. And then in conversations with Nina and Jamal, the three of us understood that there's no way we can go to Essence and enjoy ourselves and do what we need to do and have this big Target activation with people lined up going on at the same time, especially with someone like me. Well, with all three of us, quite frankly, I'm one of those drop down and protest right now type people. It's like I could do it at any minute.
But like I reported before, I really believe the whole Target thing was just noise, because at Essence Fest, everybody was still rushing to go over to Target's booth. They had a bunch of music over there, which attracted a large audience. Tamika told everybody who was still going to Essence Fest not to support Target there, but I guess they didn't get the memo because the Target booth still had major traffic at Essence Fest. But the real big issues, you have people complaining about the convention center.
So anyway, after we get our L'Oreal line, mind you, we was early. You see what I'm saying? We got out of L'Oreal line, I want to say it was about 10:15. We walk across to Juvia's place, the line closed. Why is the line closed after 15 minutes? Why the hell do y'all come to an event and have to cut off the line after 15 minutes? Each time we went to those lines, they said come back in an hour. We came back in an hour. We went to Juvia's place 3 times. Still never got in the line. Even though they said an hour, when we go back, it was before the hour even hit. And the line was full again. Oh, we just closed. Y'all told me an hour.
You had people complaining about the convention center, the daytime events, and the nighttime events. How unorganized the show was, causing Lauryn Hill to go on in the wee hours of the morning.
Hell no, man. What the? Man, how did this get so?
Where is Lauren?
and then had everybody thinking it was her fault, which is easy to believe because Lauren has a reputation for being late, but this time it wasn't her fault. R&B legend Stephanie Mills, she even spoke out. Bottom line, the Essence Fest production was really poor. Then an even bigger issue, you had Black Americans realizing that Essence Fest was basically being robbed. You saw the full-on gentrification and erasure of Black American culture. I reported how at the convention center this year, you saw a bunch of flags representing other nations, but not one American flag, when the event was built by Black Americans in a Black American city, held inside of a building built by the administration of a Black American mayor and named after that Black American mayor. It was horrible. But at that time, Caroline was trying to separate herself from the failure and low-key blame the other Africans for what was going on because as a Kenyan, she was like it had nothing to do with her. She wasn't in charge this year. I mean, low-key started throwing shade at the other Africans in charge to save herself. That's why the Liberian owner had to come out and clear the air on the Breakfast Club, and ultimately he's the one who took full responsibility for everything because Caroline was like, look, it wasn't me, this was y'all. Now, after all the drama from July, Caroline is officially out. She announced her resignation, but it's obvious she was forced out because they did have some back and forth going on behind the scenes, with Caroline not wanting to take any accountability for the failure of Essence Fest when it wasn't just this year. The complaints have been piling on for years, since they've been trying to Africanize Essence.
Oh, so I see Caroline Wanga, the CEO of Essence Ventures, has stepped down. She's finally understood. We Black Americans protect our culture very well. Bye-bye, Caroline.
So it looks like she stepped down. It looks like she stepped down, y'all. She stepped down. There's a lot of reasons as to why. You can go on her Instagram. She has a statement, and Rich Lou has the owner of Essence Ventures has a statement as well. But yeah, she stepped down, you guys. The press release reads, Essence Ventures today announced that Caroline Wanga, who has been on health leave since September 2024, has made the decision not to return to her position as president and CEO of Essence Ventures. Then there's this quote about how they are profoundly grateful to her for her leadership, vision, and unwavering advocacy. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so quote, end quote. And then they go on to say Caroline served as a transformative leader of Essence Ventures from June 20th through the start of her leave. In fall 2024, during her tenure, she guided the company through a period of growth, innovation, and renewed cultural influence. She remained deeply committed to uplifting and championing Black women, reinforcing Essence Ventures' legacy as a trusted voice and community for the generations to come. Just press pause to read if you want to read it. So yeah. We're still boycotting Essence. Black Americans know how Essence is supposed to be, and if Essence isn't how it's supposed to be, it's getting boycotted, period. So it's not Essence anymore. It's not Essence anymore. Okay, so I guess I don't know. They're finding that out now. Like, you can't do it without Black Americans. Okay, so yeah, so I don't know what to do.
So this one's gone, but this one's not. It's giving Target all over again. Here are the takeaways. One, the Black American dollar, yeah, it runs this country and the world. So when we put a spending freeze on our dollars, things start to crumble, right? And just give it some time. So before I even get to the other thoughts, listen, please, let's just touch and agree. We're not spending money on anything that we don't need until January 6, 2026. Like, we're just going to hold off for this last fiscal quarter. All right. Here's the other thought. Of course, right? Like, that last Essence Festival was a fiasco. It was terrible. The whole jollof rice competition, people were upset about that. Whatever. But somebody had to take the hit, and of course, it's a sis. I'm not saying there's no accountability there, but I'm just saying when y'all decenter men, you'll build sturdier structures that just keep things in place that are far more inclusive and serve the people.
And here we go with the same destructive feminism. I don't care if it's coming from a Black American, a Black Caribbean, or a Black African. Feminism is feminism. And to think that the president and CEO of the company wouldn't be held accountable or couldn't be held accountable all because she's a woman is crazy work. And if it wasn't Caroline that would take the fall, it would indeed be another woman. I mean, look at the chief community officer. She was the one running the show with Caroline sitting out. And she's another immigrant. She's not from Kenya. She's from Liberia. While you had Black Americans upset about being erased by African leadership, you had the Africans having their own tug of war behind the scenes, basically clicking up against each other. But yeah, of course, everybody was going to look at Caroline because she's the leader of the company. And honestly, that's how leadership works. You get praised for all the success, but you also get to hold all the L's too because you're the one in charge at the top. This whole feminist angle is just crazy when you have a bunch of women running Essence Fest, with Essence historically having a Black female audience.
I'm just saying that. The other thing is, this feels like Target, right? Because we know the CEO from Target was repositioned, but repositioned with a salary intact, and from what I understand, a better salary, and another position, but quite honestly, a better position. Now, Sis is gone, right? She took a leave of absence, and then that just rolled out until she's gone. But also, all the executives at Essence, none of them are Black American, to my understanding. I could get it wrong. Correct me if I did. But from all my digging, like, none of them are Black American. And this historically has been a Black American magazine that sells Black American culture. You want to change it up. But change the name. Because don't try, it's that whole piss down my back and tell me it's raining. Like, don't sell me on me, but it's not really me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Like, so, bon voyage.
At the end of the day, they had to find somebody to throw under the bus and shake everything up. And when you're the CEO and the president, the top leader of the organization, that's you. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. This is how it goes. When a company is failing miserably, ownership is going to toss out the CEO for a new one. That goes for Target, Essence, and Cracker Barrel CEO is probably going to be up next. I just can't see them keeping her on after this latest disaster. She really upset their customers and their investors. And no, she won't be saved just because she's a woman. This is a business, and there's lots of money involved. But as for Essence, the whole Africanization of the festival, that's not going to change because it wasn't just Caroline. The owner is still African, and the major leaders in the company are African. That whole plan of deconstruction of Black America at Essence, that wasn't just Caroline's mission. So no, the whole process won't stop just because Caroline is gone. The owner is still the owner, and you can't change who the owner is. That means if Black Americans are really dissatisfied with the situation, then you already know what you got to do. It's up to you if you're going to continue to support what's going on or not. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this below. Gotta send a shout out to Christopher E. and Felix. I appreciate you guys for your contributions. You can show your support as well. The link to PayPal is below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.